For the past couple of years, I've been trying to push the limits of what my family and I can grow here on our family farmstead. And even though we raise our own meat, eggs, we have fruit trees, we have berries, we grow microgreens, and we have a number of gardening spaces, we're still not yet close to that limit. Not even close. We still have a ways to go. And I want to be able to go outside at any time of the year and be able to get something to eat off the farmstead. And one area in particular that can help me with that goal is my high tunnel. Most of us living this lifestyle are on a budget, and a lot of the projects that we do are DIY projects. And my high tunnel is one of those DIY projects that I started a number of years ago. I started with getting a bootstrap farmer hoop bender and getting top rails from my local hardware store. And I used the hoop bender to shape the top rails to form my hoops for this high tunnel. And I connected the hoops together with other top rails and wood and covered it with bootstrap farmer plastic. And since I put it up, I've been growing tomatoes and cucumbers in there, even though I'm still improving on it. A little here, a little there, because I haven't had the time or the money to just dump into getting it all finished at one time. And that's one of the things that I like about bootstrap farmers. They have a lot of equipment and items that can help people on a budget like me do their projects gradually over time. And they even have payment plans for some things, like the end wall that I got last year for this high tunnel, with plans of enclosing the whole thing so that way I can grow all year long. And last year, around the time that I was setting up the end wall, the framing and all that, I tore my bicep. And yeah, it hurt. It's better, not 100% better, but it's better. So I wasn't able to finish it. And now it's been months since I had that injury, and I've been thinking this whole time, it needs to get done, it needs to get finished, it needs to get finished, even though I was going to need some help to get it done. Recently, I started back on this project. So does being over here bring back memories?
Yeah, memories of construction work.
Your dad has done masonry pretty much all of his life. How long did you work with him?
I worked with him for a few years, but I mean, when you're raised in a family business, you just kind of always do it. Yeah, for a few years I carried a lot of brick and a lot of block and set up lines for masons, shoveled a lot of mortar, and I was the #1 tractor girl. So we have concrete forms for forming up concrete to pour, but you need scaffolding. And it all depends on how high you want to go. Do you need 6-foot bucks? Or do you need 4-foot bucks? How high you want to go?
See, the high tunnel's not that tall. It's what, 9 feet tall maybe? So I probably only need something like about 5 feet high or so. There's no need to be really, really high. I just need to be able to reach up on top and put the wire into the channel lock.
So I would probably do a 4-foot buck or some of these over here.
Those look a little taller. I don't know if I need them that high.
So then you would need, this is a 4-foot buck, I do believe. If I remember correctly, this is a 4-foot buck.
Okay. Yeah, that looks like that'll be good. So you used to set up a lot of scaffolding for them as well? What kind of projects did y'all do?
I don't know about a lot, but yes, I did help set up scaffolding. And my dad had a mid-sized business. We did all kinds of stuff. I remember working on race shops. We poured concrete. We laid paving brick. Just a lot of different things.
So did you ever think that you would be using some of that knowledge for gardening?
Not gardening, no. I don't think so.
And while we were over here, Lacie spotted some bucks that would work even better for me to use. Okay, those look newer.
Yeah, They are newer and they're not as bent, and all your little safety latches work.
Not as many miles on these.
Yeah, and it's a little taller, so it gives you a little more.
All right.
Need two.
Good. Here for now.
So we have our bucks, but now we need our braces to make sure they don't fall over.
Pull that. Getting serious. Hair's going up.
That's right. You can't do much with your hair all down.
It's almost like Sylvester Stallone, and over the top he gets serious, he turns his head around. That's what the guys do. So the girls, when they get serious, they put the hair up.
You gotta pull your hair up, that's right. There you go.
Alright, now we'll go here. Bam.
Hold on, you gotta do one side at a time.
Got that side. Rusty. I did this a time or two myself. I worked with him for maybe a year or two. I can't remember.
So if you really wanted to be professional, you would actually get screw jacks and put in the feet of your bucks, and then you'd have it all level and everything, but you don't need it for that long, and it's not that out of level over there.
All right, so what next?
Now we're gonna get some walk boards. You just need a couple. They're easier to put up than scaffold boards. They're less likely for you to fall off of too. Aluminum walk boards. They're not that heavy.
You carry the braces, I can carry the board, walk board. So you give me another one, I'll get both of them. There we go. All right. It's just a little off from being level. Let's do this. Bam! That's mostly better. Not perfectly level, but good enough for what we're doing this time. As I've gotten older, I've grown to appreciate help more and more. When you're younger, especially as a guy and you're being tough, you're like, I don't need help. Yeah, I can do it myself. But then you have times of sickness and injuries, and you're like, yeah, I appreciate having help more and more for sure. So I'm definitely thankful that my family can help me out on various projects around the farmstead. Oh, did you know that farming is one of the most hazardous jobs in the U.S.? Yeah, it is. Pretty likely to get injured with farming, just to let you know. But I'm hoping for no injuries this year. Please, I don't want to be injured again. Yeah, that's definitely something I need to pray about. But after having Lacie's help with setting up the scaffolding, I got started back on this project. And my two oldest sons were right there to assist me with where I left off with this end wall. And the next step in the instructions called for drilling a hole into the door frame for the door latch. And this part I'm a little nervous on. It says measure 5 inches from here, which puts me right through here. Oh boy, here we go. Right there, all right. Stay there. One of the things that I really like about Bootstrap Farmer equipment is it is built with quality. All their items are heavy duty, including this door frame, which made it a little challenging drilling the holes for the door latch because this metal isn't some cheap aluminum. It's heavy duty. Alright, got through one. So I drilled and drilled again and drilled some more, and after some more drilling I finally got through the door frame. And it was time to see if the door latch would fit through the holes properly. It didn't fit. And then I finally figured out that I looked at the instructions wrong. I used the wrong size drill bit for the door latch, for the door frame. I needed to use a much bigger size drill bit. So I switched to the new drill bit and started drilling again. And then finally I got through with that drill bit. Let's see if our latch fits this time. Woo! Finally! Man, this was a tough part right here. But this isn't the part where we attached the door latch quite yet. Next, it was time to install the channel locks. And with the door and the door frame, this part calls for a lot of different cuts and sizes for the channel lock. So we had to make those cuts. And I'm like, you know what? We probably should mark these pieces with letters and numbers so after we're done cutting them we know where to put each piece. So Josiah, my oldest son, he helped me with that. A number of these out here. Alright, so this would be A. Alright, I'll use this piece, same pieces here. Make this piece here B. Yep. Now, this next step did call for a number of cut pieces, but labeling these pieces was extremely helpful and kept us from getting them all mixed up. And I thought that we were going to be able to finish this in one day. but I was rushing, trying to screw the screws in without first pre-drilling the holes, and this worked my drill and drained my battery.
What in the world?
And when Micah came in here, he saw that this battery isn't charging. This battery right here is supposed to be fully charged. It didn't have any power. This one right here, same thing. And I don't have it plugged into the power strip. I have it plugged right into the outlet. So we only have one good battery that we're working with. So just another little setback, but I charged my main battery, and the next day we got back to work. This would be faster if I had 2 drills, but you know. This time I did pre-drill my holes before screwing in the screws. And this, and this, and this. We got all the screws in. Well, at least the majority of the screws, like 90 to 95% of the screws, we got all in. That's a lot of screws. Oh, and we also had to put channel locks on the end hoop of the high tunnel. And Josiah was also really helpful with this part too.
At first, I was holding the channel locks for Dad, but then I thought, wow, we could just use the C-clamps and it would be so much easier. There we go.
At least somebody around here is thinking. The channel locks, along with the spring wire, attach the plastic onto the structure of the high tunnel. And after raising up the plastic, we began attaching it with the spring wire. Of course, the wind starts to blow when we're doing this. Seems to happen each time we have to do greenhouse stuff with plastic. Wants me to be like Mary Poppins and blow away.
That'd be fun.
I'll pass.
I almost did that one time.
You did?
Yeah, when we were going after that guinea, Daddy.
Oh yeah.
I almost, you made me hold the camera and the umbrella. I almost flew away with the umbrella.
You started to come off the ground.
All right, you can let go, Josiah.
My feet almost came off the ground. I was like on my tippy
We'll do
toes.
that in a minute.
I was like, ah!
All right. And this part right here, it felt so good because it's like we're right there at the finish line. We're almost done. We're almost there. Okay. There. Push into the door like I said. With your body, not your hand. There we go. Almost got the door here. Just gonna clip these. There. Not cutting the plastic. Don't want to do that. Come on. There we go. Stick that in there. Make it apart. See where that comes down to. So probably should make her cut about right there. Right here. Get a cut. Come on. Yeah. Bam. Good thing I didn't need that piece over there, man. There we go. All right. There's a rooster over here. What are you doing over there? Huh? All right, Josiah. You want to do the honors of cutting off the excess, or you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
All right, so let's just cut off right along here. All right, come on. Knife. That knife needs to be sharpened?
Yes.
There you go. She's like a real American hero. Sailor's there. So I need you to shift down and pull tack from the side. Yep, like that. All right, Mike, hold down below. Stay down on the ground.
I did whatever Dad needed me to do, like hand him screws and bigger wires, and use the camera and do whatever that stuff is.
Again. Come on, don't do this to me. Right here. And after installing the spring wire, weaving it in through the channel locks, one of the last things that we had to do was cut off the excess from the bottom, from the sides. Keep going. Top and cut in the door. Alright, continuing on, precision. Precision. There we go. Just like that. And the very last part of this was to finish installing the door latch. And let's see if this thing actually works. Let's see. Welcome.